My name is Barry Kogert. I'm the founder and director of Jazz Angels. So the classes are very unique. They're fun, they're educational. They certainly cover a wide spectrum of learning. You learn about music, you learn about certain musical artists, you learn about some history.
My name is Rob Feldman, and I'm currently president of Jazz Angels. We truly work with kids, especially in the underserved area.
They provided me with the tools I needed. They provided me with an amp, and now I practice that thing even while my brother's sleeping.
That's what we're here for, to help them with their self-esteem, to help them with learning how to be the person they are and hopefully take it with them in the life that they're going to lead.
I first heard about Jazz Angels through a friend who recommended she join because she's good at music and jazz was something she's never tried.
And we place the bands, we put the musicians together based on personality first, then ability, and then age. When you do that, the classes grow together faster and everyone learns much more. So the typical classes are teach people how to improvise. We'll show them in a very nurturing and fun setting how to read music, maybe how to understand jazz pedagogy, and it culminates in some really great performances around town.
They welcome children of all skill levels and offer scholarship to prevent financial exclusion. She's definitely improved musically and socially.
In our program, it's all in one. Our songs are arranged and laid out so people learn how to play the song. They learn how to read the notes on the page. They learn some of the jazz history, they learn who the people were, and they learn how to improvise on it. All in one short amount of time.
We do from 11 to 17, and they clamor to get into these programs. Jazz has been around a lot longer than a lot of these groups have. And the jazz that we do are jazz that they can play, that they can be part of, that they can really feel good about it. And I think the biggest thing with learning all the music is we let them improvise. So you have a child who, a little reserved, this and that, and Barry will give them a part to do, and they can improvise all day long. And they do different notes, different music, and what it does is the people that are listening are going to love it. They're not going to know whether they're doing an A, an E, and they come out of it, and by the end of the session, they are so jazzed about being part of this organization.
Jazz Angels showed me what time, effort, and commitment could really do, and I hope one day I could return the favor for someone too.
The classes are really welcoming. It's a very open environment, and we go over a few sheets of music. It's just a fun way to learn jazz, and you're still getting that everyday experience with different types of music.
We're very unique in Long Beach and around. We want to expand. We have ideas of programs over in Catalina. We just got into Wilmington. We've done areas that want this to happen.
Jazz Angels started at conversations that I had with my co-founder, Mark Barnes. The jazz bands would travel through, they would play in his high school gym because they were en route from one place to the other. So Stan Kenton, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, all those groups played in his high school gym. And we also found out in our conversations that we had some similar things happen growing up, Boy Scouts and this and that we both participated in. And I was also fortunate enough to be involved in some classes with some of the people from the Stan Kenton Orchestra for a while. And so I said, hey, you know what? Why don't we have a little program where we could get these middle schoolers? Because when you're in middle school, that's an interesting age. You're fearless about doing things, and other times you don't want to do anything because you're so afraid about making a mistake. And I thought, well, hey, how about if we get these people when they're in that not worried about making a mistake phase of their life to explore jazz. And then by the time they get to high school, they'll have it, and they're not going to be worried about making a mistake because they know nothing really happens when you do that musically. When we started, I got a little grant from an organization, the Arts Council for Long Beach, for a unique kind of programming where we would arrange the music. We would even have professionals like myself or my co-director play with the young musicians, and we would accomplish a lot in a short amount of time, and we did it. And we thought it was wonderful. And after that first band was over, everybody in the band was going hey, when's the next rehearsal? When do we get to play again? What's on the horizon? So we talked about it, we became a nonprofit. We started building our programs. Within a few years, we had gone to maybe 4 or 5 bands. What happened in this short amount of time was last semester, if you will, we had 22 bands a week rehearsing. And so for me, as someone that started with just that one band, thinking that was all it's going to be, the possibilities are endless. We've produced a movie on the history of jazz. We've written a 2-episode cable show on jazz in Long Beach. We've written a book on how to improvise and things like that, and a few other things. So I think the future of the organization and the people we want to reach could just grow and grow and grow.
These kids just absolutely, positively love being part of what we do.
The thing that I enjoy most about working with Jazz Angels and for Jazz Angels is what happens at the rehearsals. Because if you look at the first rehearsal, you know, say this person, maybe 7th grade, has been playing for a year or so, they come into the rehearsal, maybe they know a couple of people in the band, and because of what we do during the rehearsal, non-musical, after a couple other rehearsals, well, they'll know a little bit about the person, maybe what they like to eat, maybe what animals they have at home. We certainly bring humor into what we do, because that's the greatest way to learn is through humor. Then they learn about that person's name, and then they start collaborating musically.
Some of the friends that we see that are playing together have seen what other people are playing. And, you know, Barry will have music on all the time and this kind of thing like that. And I think that it's almost like a peer-to-peer kind of deal where they really embrace it.
And so we've actually figured out during the first 3 rehearsals of a session, we get the notes on the page, we learn who the person is next to you learn all that. Then in the next 3 rehearsals, that's when all the blending starts to happen. You start playing your instrument, but then you also interact musically with what you're hearing. And maybe you didn't even hear that the first 3 rehearsals, but now you're hearing it, and now you're starting to improvise. And then by the time it gets to the last 2 rehearsals, the 7th and 8th rehearsal, then everybody in the band is feeling so comfortable, they're inputting what they want to do with the song. Hey, we should do this part faster. Hey, we should have the drums do something here. Hey, I'd like to do this at the beginning of the song. So that's really a cool progression.
And even if they stay for a year, 2 years, whatever, they take with them the thoughts and the processes and the fact that we enjoy them and we embrace them. And that's what we do. I mean, that's why we are successful.
And then for me to watch it at the performance, it's so awesome, because it's like, wow, this was just 8 rehearsals ago. Nobody knew each other's names, and now they're acting as a full-on unit that will interact spontaneously and provide some great music.
Jazz is just ingrained in our life, and now it's worldwide. There's no question about it. Other countries, other people really love jazz, but you know, when you do something jazzy, it warms your heart. And jazz is here to stay. And we're always trying to find different intonations of how we can use the jazz. But again, I go back to these kids learn how to do music that's been around for forever, and we make it fun for them to learn how.
This program helps to preserve jazz in many ways. We're preserving jazz because we're teaching music that people in middle school and then even all the way up through high school, they could like feel the song, feel the music, which is what jazz is all about. People in our programs, they know who Cannonball Adderley is. They know who Illinois Jacquette is. And then as people grow, whether they become a musician or not, they retain that information. And so we feel that that is helping to preserve jazz.
I really love it. It's really fun for me, and the way it's beneficial, it helps with confidence and patience.
No one does what we do. It's very fun. You're going to find out that you're so much better of a musician than you think you are. You're going to meet a bunch of new people who are like you, and you're going to find that so many things about the city and about where you live or the city that our organization is that you would have never known without being in Jazz Angels.
They won't regret it. Regardless, they're going to learn teamwork, social skills, and music.
It's a fun learning experience, and you get to connect with people that love music as much as you do.
Other people should consider joining Jazz Angels because It's a really cool program to be in, and it's also fun to say that you're a part of. The gigs are really fun, and you get to meet new people and make new friends off the program.
At the heart of our journey lies a commitment to nurturing young musicians, an investment that serves as a testament to our unwavering dedication to developing their talents and souls. But who Jazz Angels are extends far beyond financial contributions. It is woven into the very fabric of our identity. Unlike other organizations, we are not just bound by traditions. We are driven by a collective passion to elevate the art of jazz and instill its values in every young artist we touch. We create an environment where young musicians can play, preserve jazz, and build self-esteem, confidence, and leadership skills. Our mission promotes community involvement and fosters engaging in-school and after-school programs that develop the whole child, easing the mental stresses that continue to plague the young people we serve. We are dedicated to not only nurturing musical talent, but also shaping well-rounded individuals who thrive both on and off the stage.